pretty busy, full of stuff week. Not necessarily the most interesting stuff, but very fun stuff for sure. First of all, on Thursday I played my first game of inner tube water polo. Today is going to be my first day playing a real game of inner tube water polo because last week we won by default, so we didn't actually have an official game, but we were all there and we were all in our bathing suits, and we had enough people that we just played a game against ourselves. So that was really fun actually. I'm excited to play today again. And then after that we went to East AJ, which are like some of the renovated dorms, and they have this really cool like game room. So we played ping pong and foosball and air hockey and then Twister. Twister was so much fun. I'm going to zoom out. I think Twister is kind of becoming a thing in our group now because it's just so much fun. We played it a lot that time, and the thing is, like, Twister gets competitive with these people. Like, you think you know Twister, and then you play with Jesse and he like pushes you out of the mat. Which is fun. Like, I can't remember who I was talking to, but I was like, yeah, I can never beat Jesse because he's a lot stronger than me, and people were like, wait, Twister isn't really about strength. And I was like, oh, it is, when people are like doing everything they can to knock you down. So that was fun. Wyatt bit me when we were playing Twister. This is how intense these people get. So yeah, that was fun, and then the twins loved it so much that they decided to buy Twister. So I think Twister is going to be a recurring thing in my life, which makes me really happy. Didn't have enough Twister as a child, so I'm making up for it in college. So yes, that was my Thursday night. Then, oh, I think, was that the same day? Oh, that was also the first time I played wallyball, which is where it's like volleyball, but you can bounce it against the walls. Yes. Then on Friday, we went to this place called The Home Place. Oh my gosh, it makes me happy. I don't know if you remember, I told you about The Home Place. It was maybe in like October, possibly November, probably October, that I went for the first time. I told you about like the drive there and how like it's this beautiful winding road, and it was right in the middle of the fall, so the drive is beautiful. And The Home Place is this all-you-can-eat place, but it's like homemade food. It's a huge renovated like house to sit like tons of people now. And all the food is like, it's very southern style, homemade food, and they just keep bringing plates. Like, they'll just bring everything and you eat it all, and they'll be like, another one of everything, and you're like, yes, and you just start saying like, okay, no more of this and no more of that, but they'll just keep bringing it until you tell them to stop, which is great. So I went there, and it's like fried chicken, and oh my gosh, apple butter. The apple butter was so good. Oh my gosh, that stuff was amazing. Yeah, and just really yummy food. And then the cobbler, oh my gosh, blackberry cobbler was delicious. I had to have a second one, even though I already had way too much food. Like, whenever you go to The Home Place, you just stuff your face, and it's great. So I was sitting with Susan, my twin, and we were like, oh, I'm so full. Another cobbler? Like, yeah. So we called the waiter, we're like, can we have more cobbler, please? And Tanner's like in the middle of his second cobbler. He's like, those are my littles. Oh yeah, this was a dine thing, so I went to The Home Place with like, technically it was with all of DYN, but my car got delayed by like over half an hour. Everybody left at like 4:45, and we left at like 4:30, and my car was our family, so Tanner, Susan, and I, and the other family, which was Zach and Wyatt, and then we were joined by the next car after us, which was Brianna, Eric, and Andrew. But I don't expect you to be able to know like who half of these people are, because I wish you could know how awesome everyone in Dine is, but it'd be really hard to keep track of because there's 40 people. So anyway, yes, we had food and it was yummy, but we weren't able to sit with everybody else because we were way behind because our schedules just didn't, we get like off on Fridays later than most people. So yes, that was my Friday, and it was full of yummies and happiness. And now that I think about it, wallyball was on Friday, not Thursday. So yes, Friday. Then we went and we hung out after volleyball. We hung out at Zach's apartment for a while, but nothing too exciting happened. Except for a decision. And the decision was that I would be Tanner's partner for a case race, which takes us to Saturday, St. Patrick's Day. Yay! So I never celebrated St. Patrick's Day in Mexico, really, except for last St. Patrick's Day with Shay when we went to the little Shamrock Fest thingy. That was fun. But other than that, I'd never really celebrated St. Patrick's Day, and I'd never celebrated St. Patrick's Day in the way that St. Patrick's Day is usually celebrated, which is with a lot of drinking. But this year I made up for the times that I hadn't, because this was a pretty crazy St. Patrick's Day. So we started around 5 p.m. I was not actually hungry at all because usually home plays will fill me up for approximately 24 hours. Like after 24 hours then I can start eating again, but you really are full for 24 hours. It's crazy. So I got a text from Tanner that was like, drink a lot of water and puts up like eat something and see you at 5, and I was like, crap, I probably should eat something. So I had something to eat, but not much, and then we went over at like 5:15, so we were a little bit behind, like the people from PY we left. And everyone else had already started the case race. Oh, by the way, in case you don't know, a case race is when you race to see who can finish a case of beer faster. So a case is 24 beers, and you do it in partners, so it's 12 beers per person. So yeah, we did that, and I mean, there's not much to say about the case race. We just kind of drank a lot of beer really, really quickly, starting at 5 p.m. And Wyatt borrowed Zach's car to go somewhere for a second. This was obviously before he drank anything, because we don't do drunk driving. But anyway, the point is he drove somewhere and he actually got hit by this person who ran a red light. And he and Zach were supposed to be a team later, but that happened and that was not fun, but everyone was fine and it was the other person's fault, so like insurance was probably going to cover it. So at first we got like the phone call and it was like, Wyatt was just in a car accident, and everyone's just like, whoa, and like silence, everybody's just waiting to see what's going on. And then everything gets figured out and we get the info, like everyone's fine, it's nothing too bad and insurance should cover it all. And Jim's just like, well, now that we know that, I feel less bad about saying one team down. And he just keeps drinking. So yes, I shotgunned my first beer. I don't know if you know what that is. I did not know what that was. And that's when you like tilt your beer and then you open like a hole at the bottom of it, and then you like tilt it and you pop it open and it just like all comes rushing out, so you drink it really, really fast. I did that for the first time. Trisha and I did it for the first time. And then just kept drinking, and around beer 7 I just stopped remembering, so I can't tell you more about that night, except that I somehow got really covered in mud. I actually do vaguely remember that I was walking around. My friend Devin, his girlfriend, is upset about him being in a fraternity. She doesn't like it and stuff, so she's been like threatening to break up with him, and he's been stressing out about it. So I remember he was on the phone and I like ran down because I was like, wait, I need to talk to her. I need to be like, come on. We're nice people, like don't hate on us. And I was like trying to get the phone from him, but he would like refuse, so then I slipped on the mud and got all covered in mud. And then apparently he had to like help me up while he was trying to talk to his girlfriend and keep me from stealing the phone from him. So that's how I got muddy, but I didn't remember that for a while. And then I remember when I walked out and I was like, holy crap, the sun's still out. Can't believe I'm this drunk and the sun's still out. That's just one of like the clearest thoughts I remember from that night. Just being like, wow, it's just a new thing. But yes, I passed out around 8 p.m. which is a sad, sad thing. I texted Mackenzie at, no, that was like midnight, so I passed out, and then I wake up at like 12:30, and I just like, I have this text message from Trisha that's like, hey, you got really drunk and passed out on Tanner's bed, so we're all at Jesse's, call me when you wake up. So I did, and then I talked to Mackenzie and showed her a picture of our beers lined up. And I think I also talked to Shay, and I went over to Jesse's. I called Maggie because she was DDing that night, and I was like, hey Maggie, can you take me to Jesse's? And she was like, sure, I'll be there in like 10 minutes. So I woke up Tanner, who was also passed out, and we went to Jesse's. Well, I went to Jesse's. We dropped Tanner off at another party, and then this just gets really confusing, but point ends up being, after a little while there, Ashley was going to go pick up Tanner to come to that party, but everybody at the party ended up leaving while we were gone, so we ended up deciding that Jesse, Ashley, and I would go to Tanner's and watch a movie, which ended up with all of us falling asleep on couches. Hello again, guys. Sorry about just stopping like that. Emma came to pick me up because we were going to go shopping for our Hunger Games costumes, so she did that, and then I went to PacSun, and then I think I had an interview after that, and then water polo, and so I never got around to doing that again, and then the next few days were also pretty busy, so now it's Saturday and I'm finishing the second half of my video. I thought I'd have time between like finishing class and Emma picking me up to make this video on Wednesday, but it ended up being an extra busy Wednesday. So I was telling you about St. Patrick's Day. Let's move on from that. So then Sunday we had our rookie meeting, and for our rookie meeting we did cash bus. So all of the rookies, like 20 of us, got on the bus, and our mom, Justin, gave us trivia questions, and when we had 5 like strikes kind of that we could do, and when we got the 5th we would have to get off the bus and walk back to campus, however far we might be, and if we managed to do a whole loop, on the bus without getting to the 5, then we had to not walk. So we did that, and it was really fun. Like, everybody kind of looked at us like we were crazy on the bus, but then a lot of people got really into it. Like, people not in the dime, like just random people on the bus would be like helping us out. They'd be like, it's this person, it's this person. And then the bus driver got really into it. He was like, he had to do a time check, and then he was like, time check bonus, here's the good one, like through the like microphone that they have on the bus. What's the full capacity, blah blah blah, of a bus this size? And we were like, oh, I don't know. Turns out it's 80. 80 people can be on that bus. And it's considered full. Yeah. So, yeah, that was fun. We made a whole loop, and we didn't have to walk. Then on Monday, I worked all day on my NAIF toy because, as you might have noticed from my stories, I hadn't been working on my NAIF toy much, and it was due on Tuesday at noon. So I worked all day on Monday, took like a break to go get frozen yogurt and food and take a shower with this like awesome Bath & Body Works thingy that I have. I actually just took a shower with it, and it's like I have a stress relief one and I have an energy one, and so the stress relief one smells like eucalyptus and all this soothing stuff, and you just feel like, ah, so nice when you get out, so refreshed. And then the energy one is like citrus, what was that? Citrus and ginger and those kind of scents, and it like really wakes me up. Like the moment I smell that, I'm like, whoa, I'm back. So I managed to get through that all-nighter that night without barely any coffee. I had like a sip or something from my coffee. So yes, Monday to Tuesday I pulled an all-nighter. My first college all-nighter, and it was great. Actually, Shira had to pull an all-nighter too, so we had a lot of fun, to be honest. I had a ton of sanding to do, and just like mindless sanding. So I taped the sanding paper to my desk, and then I just would grab the pieces and just like mindlessly do that. And on the left side I had my computer up, and I watched How I Met Your Mother, America's Next Top Model, Community, tons of stuff. I watched so much, and I caught up with a few shows that I was behind. And yes, I'd just be watching TV on that side and sanding mindlessly on the other. Or like talking to Shira and sanding. And I was able to finish my toy and my poster and print everything, because I had to, once I finished my toy, which I needed the wood shop for, and the wood shop didn't open until 8 a.m. When I had to finish it, then I had to take pictures of it, put them on my poster, print my poster, and set everything up by noon. Well, I was done by like 11:50, so I just made it. That was also the first time I ever like consciously skip a class. I had to skip a class to be able to finish my project on time. It's just a lecture, so it's not like a huge deal, but I hadn't skipped a college class before, like consciously. I'd accidentally slept through one, but that's it. So yeah, lots of firsts. And then on Wednesday, I pretty much already told you what I did. I had my inner water polo game, blah blah blah. We won! We won, and this was our last game, so like, we lost our first 2 games, but those technically didn't really matter, because then when we won our 3rd game by default, we got into the winner's bracket. So then we were like actually playing with people who had like won, and then we won like 40-10 or something, 40-12 I think. So we actually played really well. So in a way we're sort of champions. It's not really a tournament where you like get a title, but we're just gonna say we're champions. I played defense and I was fierce. Yeah, so I really like inner tube water polo, and I'm sad that it's done because I wanted to keep playing. Yeah, that was my Wednesday. Also, Tucker, congratulations on the premiere of your awesome movie. I mean, I haven't watched it, but I'm sure it's awesome. And congrats on your play, Shavy! You guys make me so proud. Kenzie, you make me proud too. I love y'all.